Today is day 83 of my 100 Days of Gratitude, and today I'm grateful for makeup. As you've seen in the previous 82 videos, I don't wear makeup very often, but I do love it. So the reason that I'm grateful for it is that every now and again, I kind of want to feel like I look like a girl. And the joke with Keith is kind of like, I'm like Pinocchio, like, except the female version. So when I don't know, like tonight I went for dinner with a girlfriend and he said, "Oh, you look really nice." And I said, "Well, I just felt like I wanted to be a real girl today." And it's difficult. Cancer's hard. Breast cancer is another level that is so impossible to explain. How I feel that my womanhood has just been absolutely taken from me, to be totally honest. Having had a double mastectomy by the time I was 26, and all of a sudden looking down and seeing these mounds, which is what they call it, like what my plastic surgeon calls it. They're just building a mound. Your breast is gone, and it's just kind of crazy. And then as time goes on, being in medically induced menopause by the time I was 31, and like I have no hair on my arms, and then obviously everything else that comes with menopause. And my oncologist said, like, what you're going through overnight typically takes decades, and we're just forcing your body into something that it shouldn't be forced into. And so I really struggle sometimes with, I get some pretty good nausea, and I think it's just like an internal battle of my body saying, you know, have a baby, you're 33 and you want to. And then all these chemicals and drugs saying, absolutely not, we're starving you of estrogen. And so womanhood is definitely intertwined with breast cancer. And when I kind of look at myself, sometimes I don't even recognize myself. Like, my hair is just so thin. It's like I used to have like a ponytail. And then when I got sick before my diagnosis, like my hair was just getting so thin and I was so tired, and I think it was just taking everything out of me. And when my hair grew back after chemo, it was thick, but it wasn't what it used to be. And now it's like a wisp, like I have nothing, which is kind of crazy. Like, I used to have large, nice breasts, and then I have nothing. And I used to have really thick, long, curly hair, and now I have wispy nothing. And my eyebrows are drawn on because otherwise they're gone. My eyelashes have kind of survived. So, you know, when I look at myself without makeup on, I see thin hair and no eyelashes, and I've got acne all over the place because of the hormonal cancer and my treatment, and I'm getting a hot flash as I'm talking. So that's another thing that I see when my cheeks go red. And then this amazing doozy here. I used to have perfectly straight teeth after my parents dumped a ton of money into an orthodontist. And then we did an MRI, and my radio oncologist couldn't see. My chin has been numb for about 3 years, not quite 2.5 years. And he couldn't see what was going on, what was causing the numbness, if it was in here, if it was in my back, if it was in my chin, whatever. And so he said, your permanent retainer is like with MRI, he said it's making it hard to see. So I talked to him, I talked to a dentist. The dentist said, if your teeth start to move, it's going to be like 4 or 5 years. And I thought, well, 4 or 5 years, who even knows? I thought, yep, take it out. And within 14 months, like, I mean, this is ridiculous. And so I went back to the same dentist and said, hey, what's going on? You kind of said that it was going to be a long time. And he, long story short, he said, because I have cancer, all like sinuses, skull, jaw, everything. He said, because your cancer is all in your jaw. Your jaw is so spongy, so it would normally take years. It has no give. Like, if it wants to move, it's just on the move. So I mean, this drives me crazy. I bet you the first 20 videos that I posted, that's all I saw. And now I try to not look at it. And he said, you can try an orthodontist, but I don't know if she's even gonna try anything with you. because I'm on bone strengtheners. Like, it's just so friggin' complicated. And then obviously all this chunk, I see it, and it's thanks to cancer and biology and PCOS and all this fun stuff. And so when I look at myself, I definitely don't see a 33-year-old woman. I see a sick cancer patient who, and I'm how many people who I've told, who I've said, you know, I have cancer. What? You don't look like a cancer patient. And of course I don't. Correction, I look like a cancer patient. I don't look like a cancer patient that you're used to looking at. There are a lot of cancer patients who look like me. But the stereotypical bald head, gaunt, you know, sick, gray, all those things, yeah, those happen. But I've definitely had people come into the chemo ward with me saying, this isn't really what I expected. Like, these people just look like normal, average, healthy people. And a lot of people live with cancer and you don't know. So today my gratitude goes towards makeup, because on days like today, I have eyebrows. It looks like I have a little bit of hair thanks to bobby pins and cosmetics and hair dye and all that fun stuff. I mean, my teeth, I don't even know what to do. And I mean, we don't have orthodontic coverage. Like, I don't even know what to do. And, you know, it's impossible not to think like, well, if you have 6 months, is it worth going through and spending, I don't even know, I'm assuming it's like thousands of dollars to do Invisalign or something. I'm not getting braces, like the whole thing. Like, is it worth it? But at the same time, it's causing me a lot of pain. It gives me headaches. It causes a lot of jaw pain. You know, like, there's so much to cancer. And I mean, I'm not even talking mental health. I'm just talking physical health. There's so much to it that you will never understand ever. It's impossible for me to sit here and explain. I mean, I'm already at 7 minutes. You won't understand it unless you're in it, and I hope you're never in it. I hope every single person that I love and know, and strangers watching this, I hope you never understand what I'm talking about. And those of you who do have cancer who are watching this, I know you get it. So being grateful for makeup, just because sometimes I can join in the illusion of thinking that I don't look like a cancer patient. That's genuinely why I'm grateful for makeup, because although other people look at me, makeup or not, and don't see a cancer patient, I always see a cancer patient. And so when I don't know, take 5 seconds and don't look like a hobo, I don't know, I kind of feel like I can play into it a little bit. That I feel like, I feel like a woman. I don't even know if I can say that anymore. Like, I haven't had a period in, I don't know, 3 years maybe. My body's dying for me to have a baby. I'm literally dying to try to starve myself of estrogen. Like, just womanhood is just so complicated. It is so complicated. And, you know, I often think of the Erin Brockovich scene where the woman who lives in Hinckley, I can't believe I pulled that out, I think it's Hinckley, says to Erin, she has a lot of female cancer, so I think she has, you know, she had uterine cancer and cervical cancer and breast cancer, and from the water. And she says, you know, Erin, if I don't have any breasts and I don't have a uterus, and am I still considered a woman? And I ask myself that all the time. And I can imagine other female cancers feel similarly. It's very strange. It's very strange to go through this process and still resemble maybe somebody in the same age bracket, but feeling very disconnected. And it's certainly a challenge. And so makeup, I guess, kind of lets me every now and again sneak away into fantasy land. So today I'm grateful for makeup, and yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for listening. Again, something that I wanted to say. I keep getting comments on YouTube, and I'm such a newbie that I don't know how to respond. So every time somebody sends me a comment, thank you so much. I read them and I love them. I should just do a video of reading all of them and responding to them on here. I will figure it out. I just don't know how to do it now. So I'm really sorry. I'm not ignoring you, I promise. I read them. Again, I don't really get a notification, so I have to go into this like wormhole to find them. And then when I do, I'm like, oh, there are 3 here waiting for me. So thank you so much for taking the time to comment, or like, or subscribe, or, you know, whatever. I'm just like, thank you so much for taking the time to do that. And I do see it every once in a while. And when I do, again, I will try to focus on responding. Thanks so much. Talk to you tomorrow.